Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, why not subscribe? Leave me a cheeky little like and leave me a comment. I'd love to talk to you and get to know you better. Today I'm talking about something that could be a little bit controversial. Yesterday I went to see a psychic for the first time. I'm not going to talk about specifics of what she said because they're personal and I don't think it really matters. What I actually want to talk about is my experience, the whole thing. I booked it because when my husband's brother passed away, we paid for him to go and see a psychic, a couple of psychics actually, because he wanted to make sure he was okay. And when my granddad passed away last year, I felt the same. I wanted to have an opportunity to hear how he thinks about my choices and decisions, that he's settled in over there, that he's happy, etc, etc, etc. I was really hoping to connect with my great aunt Joyce and my granddad, and I did, both of them. I was a little bit sceptical. I'm always sceptical because when you take on something like this, there are a lot of charlatans out there. There are people who will pretend to be real psychics, and they're not. And I wanted to just see somebody who was going to be genuine. We have a friend who's training to become a psychic, and she put us in contact with a really lovely lady. I'm going to put a link to her page down below so that if you want to have a reading with her, you can. I'm pretty sure that she only does telephone or in person, but she might do online, I'm not sure. But any questions that you have, I'm sure you can pose to her and she'll answer them. She was a really lovely lady. I got there and I was incredibly nervous, really nervous, because I had to go to the house on my own because she didn't want my husband's energy to be mixed with mine and to have crossed wires, etc. I was really nervous about going up to the door on my own, but she actually came to the door and opened it. She had cats in the lawn. People who love animals, I know where I am with animal lovers. I'm like right in. It turned out she had 4 cats and a greyhound, and at various times all of those animals came to me. That made me feel really good, helped me feel grounded, and also gave me a little bit of comfort. Obviously, talking to relatives who I miss and who have passed on, it's incredibly emotional, and having those animals there, you know, having the greyhound just come and put his little head on me, it just helped me to break out of that emotional moment and help me feel that comfort that I needed. At no point did I feel emotional enough to cry. There was a point when I felt like things in the room were getting emotional. I could feel the emotion in the room heating up, and she felt the same. I could tell we were both like, and I made a joke because I always do. If I'm feeling awkward or emotional, I will joke about it. I do apologise for how pale I look. This is me without makeup. So seeing this woman was sorry, I don't know why I pulled a funny face, but still, she was a really nice lady. She was really kind. I felt very comfortable around her. I felt from the moment I sat down very comfortable and relaxed in her presence. It had a very welcoming, warm energy to the room. She had some spiritual music on. I don't mean like choirs, I mean like, you know, the type of music you do yoga to. That kind of thing. I don't know what that genre is. I call it meditation music. hippie music, I don't know. Anyway, that kind of music on. She had, I think, 4 packs of tarots, and of tarot cards or angel cards, and I picked 3 different ones. One was an angel pack that I actually have myself, but I've never used, and 2 were tarot cards. I shuffled them, picked out as many as she asked me to pick, and they told her a lot about where I was. I've never really delved into tarot. It's something that's interested me a lot, but it's not something that I've really delved into, and I can honestly say that it's something that interests me. I have a little bit of I'd like to learn tarot, but it's not something you should do lightly. I'm sorry, I'm really nervous today because I'm travelling tomorrow, so I'm a bit on edge. But the thing is with tarot cards is they're not to be played with, and she said that she had never trained with tarot, but she used them as a way to let the spirit talk to her. I found this really interesting. There were a couple of things that came up in my pack that were very telling of things that are happening now in my life, of things that are going to happen in the near future. That was really interesting to me. I really enjoyed being able to see it laid out before me, this little map of my life. It was really nice. The one main thing that came up that was not part of the actual speaking to my granddad or messages from him and my Auntie Joyce, the one main thing that came up was the fact that I actually have the ability, my soul and my chakras and my energy is so that I would be really good at reading people and helping people and being in that sort of area as a career. It's something that I've never really thought of doing myself. I've kind of dabbled. I have an angel pack, like I said. It's kind of like tarot. It's hard to explain, but it's how to let angels talk to you. I've never really properly looked into it. It's something that interests me for definite. I will say that being the sort of person that I am, that would love to be a counsellor, would love to be, helping other people, that's certainly something that interests me. And she said that she felt like the spirits were saying, give her a book, give her this, give her that, give her courses, give her all these things. She needs to be doing this. And so who am I to disagree with the spirit world? They know me better than I know myself. So I'm going to look into it. I'm going to look up some bits and bobs. I've always had kind of a gift. I have often had spirits try and talk to me, and it's freaked me out, and I have told them to go away. It's happened. One memorable time was the first time that I stayed at Louise's house, and I felt her granddad come and try and talk to me, and it really frightened me, and I ended up making Louise stay with me the whole week. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting to go and see a psychic, somebody who has a talent for this, and to see that it's just opened my eyes up to this whole other world, this whole other, I don't know what. It's kind of inspiring, scary at the same time. I feel a little bit overwhelmed still. I need to process all the messages that I was sent from my family members. I need to process everything and do some research into things. I'm that sort of person that if I find something out, I'm like, I need to read up about this right now. Can I get a book for dummies? I love those series of books, yoga for dummies, acting for dummies, whatever for dummies. I find it really interesting because it just breaks it down to anything that you want to learn. I think I've got a Buddhism for Dummies and a Yoga for Dummies, and they're on my Kindle app, and I find that series really good, so I might find out if there's something like that for being a psychic. But yeah, so she's a really wonderful woman. I would definitely go and see her again. I felt an instant like connection. Another thing was that she has fibromyalgia as well, and that really just made me like sit up and be like, what? At one point my granddad said to her, she's got the same as you. And then she was like, have you got fibromyalgia? Yeah. So there were a few instances where she did like kind of say things like that, have you got this, you know, and just said things just straight out with no kind of coaxing or anything from me. I didn't wear like a t-shirt or anything with somebody's name on it. I didn't go with anything in mind other than I wanted to speak to my Aunt Joyce and my granddad, and both spirits came through. From what she said, I knew it was my granddad straight away because he was funny, a funny man, very intelligent, and he never, I mean, he was like 92, something like that when he passed. And he was still on Google, he was still looking things up on his little computer. And he just never stopped learning his whole life. He was an incredibly intelligent person, and I miss him every day. I came away feeling like myself again, which I haven't felt like now since he started to get ill. So the January last year, was the last time that I felt truly like myself, light and airy and funny and happy and positive, which is how I felt. But I was down in the dungeon of grief, and now I know that my granddad's okay, my Auntie Joyce is okay, and I haven't let either of them down, and I haven't done anything to upset them or anything like that, because you always have these worries that you've let somebody down. I had some lovely messages, and I'm just so thankful. And I would say that if you do believe in psychics and you would like to get in touch with family members, make sure that it's somebody that you know has got positive reviews, somebody that you know through word of mouth. Don't just go to the first person, and don't let somebody rip you off. There are people out there who claim to have these gifts and they don't. So just be careful out there in the world, because there's a lot of bad people, but there's more good people. So we good people, we need to stand up and say no more, because I've had enough. Have you had enough of the bad people in the world? I have. I'm going off topic. I'm starting to babble because I'm tired today. We did a lot yesterday. I went to see a psychic, and then we went shopping, and then I went to see my mum, so it was a big day, and now I'm crashing. And I've got a rest for tomorrow, so I'm going to say adieu. And yeah, when I get back next week, I will hopefully have some videos that I've recorded with my best friend, and you can get to meet her because she's amazing. And yeah, have a great week.